Steve here, Steve the Technophile, and just wanted to pop on here and do a quick unboxing of the 1997 Playmates Star Trek Medical Tricorder. If you're a Star Trek fan, you'll see, you probably saw today that Playmates, I guess, was granted another run to make Star Trek collectibles. So, pretty excited about that. And I've been meaning to do an unboxing video of these guys, so why not today in correlation with that? So I thought it'd be pretty cool. So I do have a bunch of medical tricorders, so if you're a nerd like me, you'd probably kind of appreciate this, or if you're a Star Trek fan. But I got a cool one over here. I already have another medical tricorder that's signed by Gates McFadden. And I had met her at a San Francisco Star Trek convention not too long ago, and she was so nice, really, really friendly. She even came around her table and posed with me and took a photo with a selfie and stuff. She was really interested in what I was doing at the time for work and asked me a lot of questions, and I felt like we were sitting down having coffee and I was just talking to a friend. It was great. So she was nice enough to sign my medical tricorder, and her assistant or whoever she was with, he said, I used to have one of these when I was a kid. Is this your original one? I was like, no, but I was able to find one. And Gates was, or yeah, Gates or Cheryl, she even asked me like 3 times, do you really want me to sign this? I said yes. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, of course I'm sure. So yeah, that's the story behind this. I had a great time at that Star Trek convention. Met Brent, met John, and Denise, everybody. John Delancey also. Really, really nice. Worf, Michael Dorn was not very friendly, and maybe he was having a bad day. But that was one reason why I was kind of nervous to meet people that I, really like a lot, because they're different. They're not the same person you see on TV, and sometimes that can kind of change your perspective about them. But long story short, what I'm going to do is put this in a display case, and this cool little display case has articulating lights, so these move up and down, left and right. Turn this on, and bam, and it comes with a nice little protector. So I would probably situate it like this, and I had her sign it right there. I should have had her sign it and flipped around over here, but no big deal. So what I thought I would do is open up one of these guys and then splay it out right here next to this. But I can leave a link below where I found this online. It's powered by USB. You can plug it into the wall. You can do batteries if you like. And I think these are stackable, which I thought was pretty cool. So let's get down to the unboxing. Again, I apologize. I'm doing this on the carpet, kind of impromptu, like I was saying. So these are serial numbered. This one's over 8,000 with that stock number. And then this guy over here is 4,000. So I really don't know much about these serial numbers. I don't know how accurate or if it's really that big of a deal. But this box does look a little bit more wear and tear than the other one. But since this is more of a quote unquote smaller number, I'm gonna not open this guy. But I think, okay, yeah, the batteries don't work in this one, but the batteries still work in this guy. So you can do a little try me. So we're gonna open up this one and we're gonna leave the other guy in the box. Without any further ado, let's get this guy open. So I'm not much of a in-the-box collector. I like to take things out. As you've seen, if you've watched any of my Funko videos, I do like to take things out of the box. If it's something that I like a lot, like these, I'll buy multiple, and one to take out of the box, and then one to keep in the box. So this has not been opened. The blueprints are still sealed. These annoying ties are still sealed and all taped up. My only issue with that guy over here is that there are batteries in there, and I just really hope they're not leaking. So, but you never know, we're not going to open that one up, and so I think we'll be good to go. Let me just change the angle here a little bit. All right. So I remember when these first came out, I would go to Target all the time and see them, and they were not cheap in price. So I typically didn't buy a lot of these things unless it was a ship, and I do have a few of the ships remaining. But just kind of looking at them now compared to what's out now is kind of the quality is really, really bad. But for that time, it was good. The plastics have started to yellow, which kind of sucks. But what are you gonna do? Dealing with all this kind of makes me appreciate the blister packaging. All right. So there you go. And it comes with the handheld. This is just a static piece. It doesn't make any sounds or any lights. Pop that right back in there. All right, so here's the battery compartment on, if you're looking at it like this, the right side. And no corrosion. That's awesome. So these batteries were made, oh, there's no time, or no date, I should say. I don't see anything on here. Okay, well, I mean, these have been in there for quite some time, and they still look really good. All right, so I believe inside here, yep, there they are, are the stickers. So we're gonna have to apply those stickers. Okay, and there's a little toggle switch in here. So if you want this display to turn on, you put this in the on position, and then when you hit these buttons, the display will light up. So let's test if the display still works. Put the batteries back in. Oh, cool. Lights up. Okay, those batteries still have a lot of energy in them because the sounds are not, they don't sound like they're degrading or anything or playing at a lower quality. That's pretty cool. Then you can turn it off right there. So take the batteries out. And let's check the display and see if, yep, that'll work. There you go. So I can kind of do it at an angle there. Maybe I can use some museum putty. No, maybe it'll just sit like that. But I think that'll look really cool. So let's go ahead and apply the stickers. And you guys can take a look at the blueprint. Unfortunately, I'm just using my iPhone right now to do a video, so won't be able to zoom out all the way and get a good view of the blueprints, but I think they're available online. So let's take these off. Hopefully there's no residue. hate these stickers. Ooh, no residue, nice. Take this one off. Oh, so this one might leave some residue. It's like those price tags when you go to take something off, the price tag off, and it leaves all that horrible tape behind. Yeah, so I might have to use some, yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave that on, but I'm probably gonna have to use some like Gooby Gone to take that off. I'll have to do that really slow and gentle so I don't mess anything up. Now, I'm really bad at applying decals, so we'll see what happens. Now the blueprints in here, I think, are the same ones that were used in the Star Trek Starfleet technical manual. I recommend that book. I think it's still in print, and yeah, here you go. That's pretty cool. I don't remember his first name, Akuda. Like all the Akudagrams, all the images you see on the displays on the Enterprise D and other ships. Man, I cannot remember his first name right now. But anyway, so I think these were kind of taken from the Starfleet technical manual, and he worked on that. Heck, maybe he published it, I don't know, or authored it, but these look very familiar. It's kind of cool. Thumb identification indicator. I'm like, they didn't have kind of like, you know, an iPhone where the camera recognizes you. Multitronic memory core, emergency transmit button. So my thing too is when they were using these on the ships, it's like that display is so small. I mean, I think my Apple Watch that display is larger than this display. I was like, man, they all must have really good eyesight back then, because I go blind after using this thing for a while. Gotta have a power indicator. Medical sensor receiver. Medical peripheral. And this is the sensor, the medical scanner. Sensor pickup, transmitter, planet to ship transmitter. So that's pretty neat. All right, so if you're still sticking with me, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe if you're interested. So this is just how to use it, how to install the batteries. It's kind of neat how they do they label the buttons here. Oh, that's meteorological, yeah, I can't even talk today. Biofunctions, geology, belt clip. All right, cool. Now the bummer is these are all individual stickers. This is not going to be fun. Okay, so let's start with Geo. Geo's going to be first. And please pardon me, I'm not going to try to keep this on camera as much as I really just want to get this done correctly. I should be using tweezers. If you're watching this video after I've done it live, you can just fast forward. bad. Cool. When I'm done, I'm probably going to go through with tweezers and just kind of push all the corners down gently. So Geo, Met, fun times, people. I remember putting these on a long time ago when I had my first medical tricorder, and the emergency button was a pain in the ass. Okay. I'm doing a lot better than my younger self did, because I was just a kid. And now I'm just a bigger kid. All right. We got bio. Oh, bio went on immediately. These aren't bad. These are some of the, this actually looks a lot better than some of the kits I see on Etsy or eBay, which I've been really tempted to buy, but when I get more time, I'm just gonna 3D print my own and probably buy some light kits from somebody. All right. So this goes up here at the top. Nice. I remember building an Enterprise D model. I had to like glue it all together, and it came with decals, and I was just like, you know, it took forever to build this thing, and now I'm gonna ruin it with my poor application of decals. Okay. So our next one at the bottom is the input and erase. I believe that goes right here. Cool. Try that one. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so this one's the guy right here where the emergency button goes. This looks like it's the communication transmission functions. I remember watching Data just pound away on these things, and I was like, what button are you? You're not typing. There's no keyboards on this. Same with Wesley. I can't name episodes, but where he's like pounding away at his tricorder, and he's trying to get the water to save Captain Picard because a bunch of rocks fell on him, and then the other guy got suspended. He died in that styrofoam wrap or whatever. But Wesley's like, it's like, what the heck are you typing? All right, so that does not look bad at all. And next we have the ID button, which is the touch ID button. This thing should have face ID or comm badge ID. Looking good. And this one I think has the, oh yeah, the tricorder model number. Okay. You noticing him doing the emergency one last. Cool. That's looking good. Yeah, and I think the last one is just the emergency sticker. All right. And it's so tiny. If I had long nails, this would be easier, but I do not. You know what? Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my tweezers right now. Okay. Apologize for the dead air. I got some, these are my 3D printing tweezers. Let's see what happens. If my younger self only thought of using tweezers to do it last time. Wow, that looks really good, because when I did this a long time ago, I think it was like turned a little bit to the right. So there you have it. There it is. Starfleet Medical Tricorder. Looking really good. And then I'll get some Gooby Gone to get that stuff off. I did buy the Roddenberry Tricorder a long time ago, and I returned it because it was so bad. The unboxing was really nice. Had all kinds of cool lights and sounds. It was really, really heavy. But buttons were all misaligned. I don't think it was open before I even tried it, but it just, the quality was horrible. I got it off of Amazon, and the only reason why I got it is because it was a really good price. But I sent it back, just really, really disappointed in the quality. I don't know how that should work. Maybe like this, seam side down. I'll get some museum putty, like I said. Thank you. I think it looks great too, especially these LED lights really kind of give it some extra oomph. And then there's a case that you can put on top of it. Yep, definitely needs some museum putty. There you go. How cool is that? Really, really impressed with this. I was looking for ones that were metal, a little bit more kind of classier looking, but I think this was only $36. I'll leave a link below. But I kind of like the metallic look down here, and I thought it would play well with the medical tricorder and kind of look a little bit more futuristic than a wood display or a black wood display. But yeah, if it was darker in here, I would show you, but I have my handy dandy Arrow Garden over there and a bunch of windows around me, so I can't get it pretty dark in here. But from what I can tell, these lights are really nice. So I think they'll be sufficient. Just a quick little kind of unboxing, after unboxing review. This case is nice. It's lightweight. There's batteries that can go in underneath. I don't recommend it because I wouldn't want to keep opening and closing this just to replace batteries, and then also they can leak. This, you can just use a USB cable and a battery if you want, or you can just plug it into an outlet that has USB, and then you can turn this on and off whenever you like. This is, everything in here is just plastic. So yeah, I believe they are stackable. Let me get the box. 1 second. Sorry again. Yeah, these are stackable. These are the Lumi cases or Lumi boxes, and they are stackable. I think for this type of application, you'd want something that was higher up, almost eyesight, or depending on however you're displaying it. Because if there was something stacked on top of this, you're gonna block. But I don't know, I think that they are I think that they are stackable is nice. It gives you a bunch of options. So also, if you guys are interested in podcasts, I don't know if you know, but Gates McFadden has a really great podcast. I think it's called Investigates, and she's interviewing all of her Star Trek colleagues. The interview with Will Wheaton is really good. Very emotional. Poor guy. My heart goes out to him, but I'm very happy he's happy now. I can't wait to listen to the Brent Spiner interview with Jonathan, or the LeVar Burton one was awesome. And I never knew LeVar Burton had a park named after him in Sacramento, and I just moved from California, and I'm kind of kicking myself because that would have been great just to go there. Nothing big, but I mean, it's a park named after him. I think that's awesome. So, yeah, if you guys are into podcasts or have some time to kill, or you can get it when you're working out or whatever, I really recommend the Investigates podcast. I think you guys would like it a lot. She asks a lot of fun questions. Her and Will play a game, and his is a two-parter, which is great. More content, and yeah, you just kind of get to hear some fun tidbits. They don't really focus a lot on the show that much, which is refreshing. Every once in a while, they'll drop a tidbit here and there, but definitely recommend that. All right, guys. Well, this has been Steve. I've been showing you an unboxing of the 1997 Playmates medical tricorder. This guy's going to stay in the box. Just unboxed this one, and this is the one that was signed by Gates McFadden at a Star Trek convention in San Francisco. And again, I'll leave a link below so you guys can check out this case. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I know it's chill, and I don't have a lot of bells and whistles and stuff, but at least it's fun and informative. And if you did like it a lot, feel free to subscribe. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm still going to be unboxing, and like, if you guys are a channel follower, you know that I recently moved, so now I have more space to do things in, and hopefully get a nice unboxing table just to kind of splay out. But if you guys know me, I kind of do a lot of things just when I feel like it, so sometimes it's here on the carpet. All right, guys, I will chat with you all later, and thanks again for watching. Bye.